Hi everybody. Today's clip is a bunch of exercises that are a little bit more advanced than the last clip, which was some basic neck mobility. This is more to do with getting involved in the nerves that come out from your neck and go down into your arm. Now, before we start, if you are having severe pain in the arm and you're having anything like numbness or tingling, then you really need to get that checked out, okay? But if you're looking for just nice gentle exercise that adds to those mobility exercises for the neck, then these are great. Okay, so the first thing we do is just bring the hand up onto the shoulder and everything's nice and loose, okay? There's no tension in the shoulder, my shoulder's nice and floppy. And now I'm going to lift up the elbow, big breath in, and as I let the breath out, I'm just going to let the arm fall down, and then the arm is going to unfurl with the fingers going back and pointing down to the floor. Now as I'm doing that, I'm going to lift up the opposite shoulder, okay? As the shoulder goes down, the hand comes back up into that original position. We start again. And this time we're going to do both at the same time. So the hand goes down and the shoulder goes up, okay? Now all these exercises are called sliders and gliders. And these are exercises, they're also called neurodynamic exercises. And if you were looking for some technical stuff, what we'd be doing here is sliding your median nerve. But we don't need to get too technical. We just know that this is a nice coordinated exercise for the neck and the shoulder, okay? So we do that a few times. Then of course you're going to swap over and do the other side. So we're going to bring the right shoulder up and the left arm goes down. And by the way, if you find that you're going out to the side is a little bit uncomfortable, then you can start off just in front, okay? And the way to remember the technique is just to think, so if I go back to my right arm, imagine that you're holding a yo-yo, okay? And you're just flicking the yo-yo down and bringing it back up. So you flick it out to the side or flick it up. But each time you flick out, the opposite shoulder comes up, okay? So we do a bunch on that side, we do a bunch on that side, okay? No tension, no pain, just a nice feeling. Now, if you find for whatever reason that's not very comfortable, then what you can do is you drop the head towards the hand that's flopping. My preference is you lift up the opposite shoulder. And what's interesting is you find that if you were just stretching your arm out, if I just stretch my arm out like that, what I'm feeling is a little pull down there. I feel the tension on the median nerve. If the hand comes back up, I feel that tension disappear. So it's a great way of learning a little bit about how your nerves work. Okay, so that's the median nerve slider. Then we're going to move into the radial nerve slider. So the radial nerve would have a little stretch if we do that, kind of like a 3D motion, okay? So as the hand comes back, it's as though I'm holding something down by my side. I'm going to draw it back and just push it forwards and out. And a good way to remember this is imagine you have a bowl of soup by your side, and for whatever reason you're going to tip the soup onto the floor and show the bowl to the side, okay? And as the hand comes round, the opposite shoulder shrugs up. And you might notice I'm also twisting my body as well. And what you can't quite see is that I'm kind of bending my knees and transferring my weight from one side to the other, okay? Drawing it right there back. So you can make these exercises really big, and eventually then you're going to bring in the opposite arm, drawing that back, and do one side at a time, okay? There's no reason why you can't do that side and that side, no reason at all really. Actually that feels really nice, so I'm going to keep doing that. So the rotation out and through, out and through, okay? Great. And again, you can use the breathing, so if you want to slow it down, it could be, and lots of you might be recognizing this is quite similar to Tai Chi, okay? Which is great. Good. Last one then, so that's your median nerve, that's your radial nerve. The last one is your ulnar nerve. So the ulnar nerve you can move by bringing your hand up and down, almost like sweeping it up and down, and up, and the opposite shoulder shrugs, and down, and both at the same time, and down, okay? Now, if there was a little bit of a pull as you do that, then the easiest way to start is your hand is just down, rotating it in and out, in and out, and even way down there, which you can't quite see, but rotating it in and out, shrugging the shoulder and down, up and down, up and down. So then you can turn it into kind of a little routine. It doesn't matter how many times you do it on each side. It doesn't really matter in which order you do it. It just turns into something that feels nice, okay? So you could start doing median, radial, ulnar, radial, radial, okay? And you don't need to remember the names at all, really. Just start moving. Okay. So to finish off, I'm just going to pinch a little routine by one of my pain heroes, Professor Dave Butler. And his routine looks a little bit like this. No more dishes, no more dishes, away, away. And stroking the ceiling, stroke the dog, stroke the dog. Mix the bath water, catch the butterfly, watch him float, catch the butterfly, watch him float. And that kind of thing. You can pretend you're an orchestra conductor, like this. And what's nice is that if you bring your arm up, over, down, across, and opposite sides as well. Okay, so neurodynamics or sliders and gliders, you know, don't worry about the terminology. It's all about movement. So there's one thing you remember from it all is motion is lotion. Okay, hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you again. So give the video a share and a like, and I'll see you again for another video as soon as I can.